Okay, everyone, we are back with more Final Fantasy VII. My name is Omega Zero, and in the last episode, we went out of the cave of Medeal of Mount Nibel. We fought the Materia Keeper, and we got a nifty little enemy squad, it being Trine, the electric version of uh, Aqualung and Beta. Though I do believe, after all of it, is less effective now that I think about it. But anyways, I was also able to get more gold armlets for everyone at the end of it. So it actually didn't take that long. There's only a few more encounters with that. But with those encounters, Cloud leveled up to level 60. So with that, let's continue our journey into the world of Final Fantasy VII to see if we can find Sephiroth. What the? Is it here? It's like, oh yeah, no, that's our buggy. I was like, what? Yeah, our buggy's right across the way. It's like, what's that green like? Yeah, no. You can ignore the green light because that's just. What the fuck is that? What is that? I don't think I've ever seen this enemy. Oh, okay. Poison. For some reason, Tifa. Yeah. I know why. It's the added effect materia I have on her. I forgot that I had it. So, no. The elemental materia. Which basically made her attack do lightning damage, which healed. I was like, what? Why? It's like, no, now I know why. Now I know why. But yeah, I'm actually going to use Ketchi for this episode. I, like, willingly use him. Because when we first got him, that was, like, unwillingly used. Because, like, he joined our party because he wanted to. So, with that, we're out of the area of Mount Nibel. What is this? Oh, we got attacked on two sides. Doesn't really matter, though, because these enemies are still so weak that they really don't do any damage. Except for that one. And as you can see, I have Cloud's Rune Blade equipped this time. It's basically another one of the double hit ones, or the double growth weapons. So that way, if I wanted to make Cloud even more overpowered, or if I want to make any one of my other units, Loot Shell Net and a High Potion, more overpowered than I realistically want them to be, I would just use the, what was it? The double growth materia that is on the Rune Blade. Because, like I said, the Rune Blade does give double growth. I think it just has 4 slots. So if you want to make something stronger faster, you just use that. Anyways, let's just continue looking around. And we come to this area. I distinctly remember there being forests around here. Maybe it's my dumb mind, or maybe it's like they didn't load in, but I rarely had problems where things didn't load in for this game. But anyways, let us go into this town with a giant friggin' rocket in it. And then Cloud even points out, what is that? It's a giant leaning rocket. It's just leaning, which you think is dangerous now that I think of it. Resident Evil, yeah, that's a question. Why do they have a town by a rusty old rocket? That thing looks like it could fall at any second. Got his man's working. Nothing else will do. I can agree. You got a shotgun. Yeah, let's give that to, let's buy that from Vincent. I already got a bunch of gold armlets, so I'm good there, as you can see. Power wrist and everything here just kind of like ups certain stats. So, you could be good. But since this is a Final Fantasy game, we can just go into everyone's house and just fully explore. Even though this dude's shop is like right here. You can even go to his bathroom if you want to. Excuse me. And let's go into this shop. This is probably just the item shop. Is this real or is it fake? I think this is the inn, yeah. Yeah, screw it. It's only 100 gil. Why not? Like 100 gil, I crap 100 gil. This is nothing. Okay, we heard that, and let's go upstairs because I'm pretty sure this is just like the actual inn part. Yeah, you can go in here, go in here. I don't think there's anything to grab or in here as well. You obviously would see it. Okay. Yeah, I believe this guy never comes out of the bathroom. I mean, yeah, he never comes out. You can talk to this guy. Let's hear this man's story. Did you meet the captain already? He's really the town's representative. We're gonna talk to him. Better ask the captain about the sound. He's the one in charge of it. Captain. Who's the captain? When Shin was still interested in the space program, he's going to be the world's first astronaut to ever was an accident. Ever since saying he's been wasting his life away here dreaming about going to outer space. Hey, by the way, did you see a man in a black cape? I know this has nothing to do with the captain and all, but did you see a man in a black cape? Yeah, alright. Yeah, that's kind of weird. It's like popped out of nowhere. Granted, though, it allows you to ask both questions instead of just doing it all in a single program. I talked to this person, arranged in a space program. Yeah, this man. I believe this is what, like a back entrance? Yeah, but you could. Yeah, you have to manipulate yourself away to. Oh, yeah, you can go into this house right here. Talk to the man who looks like he's clearing his residence or anything that can excite me. Jesus boys, are exciting to happen? Yeah, that's always kind of funny. People like if they're not the main characters in certain RPGs, they complain like, "Oh Jesus Christ, this is so boring. Why can't I do anything?" Sorry, Grandma. But anyways, you want to talk to this old man, and I believe he'll give you a little story. You just keep talking. Yeah, just kind of talk with this old man a few times. And like, yeah, it's a mighty fine looking rocket. Again, though, why are you building a town around this giant defunct rocket? It looks like it could get blown up anytime. But yeah, you talk to this man twice, you get Yoshiyuki. Which, if I remember correctly, gets stronger, like the more teammates are knocked out, or that could be the more Asama. Yoshiyuki. Yeah, no. Swordy's used when allies down. It's basically the same thing. Or I was thinking of something else. But Yoshiyuki, yeah, it's definitely more powerful than your Rune Blade. But the thing is, it only has 2 slots, and they're not linked, and it only gets stronger when more of your enemies are downed. So that's really not. So unless you're planning like to take on, I don't know, one of the end game bosses with it, with every single one of your enemies down, I really wouldn't suggest doing it. Anyways, here's Barrier. We'll buy like 3 of those. We'll buy Exit, which is just basically your escape magic, I guess. I don't know why you would waste magic on trying to escape when you could just run. Hologram says gaze at a rep. Oh, yeah, it's the man outside. But go inside the rooms because it's a Final Fantasy game and you can explore every room in the house. But everyone here was a mechanic back when they were planning to launch the rocket. And like I said, you can just go into everyone's house here. Well, you ain't doing a good job of it now, old man. Ooh, an item though. Hey, let's just, it's a power source. Ooh, more stat increases. By the way, that's the Wrecking Ball enemy that you would fight to gain access to. Now, I do believe you have to go to the actual rocket first. I think. I'm not sure. Could be wrong. No. I do believe you have to talk to one other person in town, so let's do that. And that last person you have to talk to, I believe, is in here. I think. Go into the house, steal this. A drill arm. That doesn't sound effective, but I do think I know who that goes to. It goes to Barrett, by the way. I don't really want to use it, because I do believe I gave him the long range material. By the way, I'm going to do so much grinding off screen, basically, to make every character overpowered. Like, really, I am. Anyways, we're going to go through here. And yeah, I was wrong. They weren't there. So I believe with that, we climbed this big old ladder. You keep it seeing Shinra on the background of that rocket. Yes. So it happens when I talk a lot and I do back-to-back recording sessions, I get sleepy. And I yawn a lot. So I do apologize for that. But no, the door's closed. And I don't know what's supposed to happen. It's like, this always happens when I go to Rocket Town, by the way. I have no idea what the heck I'm supposed to do. Hold up. So I'm just going to be... hold up. Rocket Town. Going through, like, how you talk to people. Yoshiyuki. Okay. Yeah, I was right. We actually did need to go back there, but we needed to observe something real quick. So I apologize if I had to let the music run a little bit for my lack of knowledge in certain things, despite the fact to say I'm a fan of the games. Just because I'm a fan of the game doesn't mean I remember or do everything perfectly exact, because I am an idiot at times. Okay? Then I have to also focus on other stuff that's happening, so like me debating on whether I should buy the digital deluxe edition of Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne because I want to suffer. The Shinra logo on it, tiny Bronco. This is cool. Cloud, if we steal it, we'll get into deep trouble. Who said we were going to steal it? Like, Kechi just went out and said, Cloud, if we steal it, we'll get in trouble. Like, why the frig would we steal it? Maybe help you. He's like, yeah, why did you walk into the backyard of our house? I was like, no, we're just looking at it. Please ask the captain. The captain should be at the rocket. And Shira. Fortune-telling machine Kechi here, and Tifa. And obviously this is going to be different every single time we talk with someone who we thought. I thought you were bringing approval for the space program. Uh-oh. No. Ah, crap baskets. Yeah, so Shinra is supposed to be coming here. And Shira just disappears. You know, this is her house, technically. It's like Tiny Bronco. And as she told us, the captain's been extremely restless lately, ever since hearing that Shinra's gonna come here, basically Rufus. All the way to basically revive the space program, or at least what they're assuming to be reviving the space program. Because why the heck would you go all the way here, this tiny town built around a rocket, which is still dangerous, by the way, to revive the space program? What other reason would you come out here? And here we go. We get one of my favorite characters in this game, despite the fact he's absolutely not the best person overall. But talk to this man here, the captain. What are you guys doing here? We heard the captain was here. And captain, I'm the captain. And then we get one of my favorite characters again, that being Sid. And I'm going to leave it as him as he is, because I don't like changing the characters' names, even though there is one. The name's Sid. Everyone calls me Captain, though. And I'm not going to do an accent. Tell me about this rocket. Ow. To get a band-aid off. I had to go to the doctor yesterday. That's also the reason why I didn't record anything yesterday, and I'm recording it today on this beautiful Wednesday morning, even though it's probably hot as heck outside. Alright then, let me explain it to you. You know, Shinra developed a lot of technological gadgets during the Meaningless War, and they're talking about the war with Wutai, by the way. Now it's a Mako company, but in the old days it was a weapon manufacturer. Yeah, well, they came up with a rocket engine. There was so much excitement about the thought going to outer space. The dreams got bigger and bigger. They put a major budget in, created prototype after prototype, finally completed Shinra number 26. It chose the best pilot in Shinra. No, in the world, me. I mean, come on. Yeah, he might be being a bit too big for his britches, but I probably won't doubt that this guy is like the best pilot in the game. So in fact, he's one of the only pilots we see in this game, so by default, he's probably the best. And finally, we get the date of launch. Everything was going well. But because of that Shira, the last guy messed up. That's why they came so... Wow. Well, I don't remember. I used to think that these were censored out. At least I thought they were. I do know like Sid's one of the characters that cuss the most, but like I think they were... I don't know if they made it up. They was like, nah, we're just gonna put him all in, like with the cussing for him. As all our found out Mako managers profit and use was explanation. Money, moolah, dinero. My dream was just a financial number for them. Yeah, like this. I was supposed to be the first man in space with this. This thing falling over and me getting out of here. This is talk to the president. And then you talk to him. And then unfortunately you do have to like leave and come back because he basically goes into a funk. Come back, talk to him again. Like I said, Sid's like one of my favorite characters because he had an actual dream, and then basically just due to circumstance, that dream got screwed over by someone. You know, probably, well, that someone probably didn't mean anything in the worst possible way. Like, you realistically would hold a grudge against that person, even if it was someone you cared about. Is Rufus coming? Yeah, the news about the... It must be news about restarting the space program. A young president, that's what we need. He still has dreams, too. And then let's go up, and we ask if we can borrow the tiny Bronco. There we go, that's what I was thinking about. Like, him being censored. Like, that first one is like, whoa, like, hold up. This is a Christian channel. Are you out of your mind? You know, this much shares, but I just can't let you take it. I think we talked to him again, and I think he still says, like, nah, you can't take it. So with that, you're like, ah, frick. Well, I think after that, we just go talk to Shira again. I do like again, just me talking, like, I do like the Final Fantasy VII Abridged version of where they're just talking how Shira and Sid interact, because in this game, because, like, I guess, spoiler already, like, they do interact because, hey, why would you bother the tiny Bronco? Shira's in their house, so, like, you can connect the dots to an extent. So you could probably make some connections. But basically, after you said, like, after you talk to Sid, and it says his last hope is to talk to President, basically after you say you can borrow the tiny Bronco and talk to him, you basically head back to his house, and I believe Shira is supposed to be here. And there she is. Did the captain say anything? Nope. And you can see Shira gets a bit dejected. And hey, here he is. That's God dang T. And yes, as you can tell by this relationship, it's not the best. Shut up, Sid. Your God dang T. I'm pissed. Yeah, you can tell by this relationship that it's not the best. I'm just gonna come out and say it. It is not the best relationship, but you can, you'll see. This dude seems to be pretty wound up tight. Nah, he's always like this. Why is it so hard on you? And here we actually get the backstory. I was the one who destroyed his dream. And what happened? And we get backstory time! Here. We work like this now. You don't get tired of waiting around for you. Be careful's good, but no matter how many times you check the house to take it won't matter. That thing will break you even if that froze over. But, no much! You're not stupid, so be more efficient. So yeah, you can tell Sid's basically runs a strict ship, but in the past he seems to be a bit more chill than to Shira. Again, hard and strict, but still respectful. I think he's not even wearing his goggles. Our dreams are finally coming true. He's proud to be part of the launch January 26th. Preparation is off, all that's left is for the liftoff. Yeah, leave it all to me, I'm back in a few. How long do you think they go, fly this way? How long do you think he's like, I'll be back in a few? It's like, does he really think, flying to the freaking moon will take less time than being back for dinner? Like, oh, I'm gonna go out for a drink real quick with the boys, be back in an hour. I'm joking, obviously. He's like, this man's on the verge of getting his dream. And there seems to be a problem. Who is the little blue? I mean, intercom. Hey, you're flying with Johnson, ain't you? Who the heck's still here? Oh, guess what? It's Shira. No, not the Shira. I'm going off the pronunciation for Final Fantasy VII Bridge, so that's the best way I can pronounce it. Don't mind me. Go ahead with the lunch. Are you still stupid? It's work. God, man, ain't gonna be left. Ain't gonna be when we blast off. You're gonna be burnt to a crisp. You're gonna die. You know that? Yeah. So yeah, there comes the problem with the whole situation. Almost We must start the countdown. We won't make it if we don't. He's done. It's like starting engine. It's like here's the point. Like, what are you gonna do? Say if we cancel it, it will be another 6 months until the next launch. And Sid's on the verge of getting his dream. This man's like, he wants to be the first man in space to go ever. And then Shira's got, like, essentially either going to delay his dream or make it to the point where he has to kill her in order to make it to the moon. And Shira's basically saying, like, don't worry about me, just hurry up. Once I complete tank number 8, it's all clear. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Oh no. 30 seconds. Beginning countdown. Sid, forget about her. We won't make it in time. Oh yeah, and by the way, I can't skip any of this. You're just gonna have to see the countdown. What do we do? 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 And she is like, he has a complete moral dilemma of like, do I kill someone to accept his dreams? Like, he's having the biggest one. My dreams. My dreams. And he's, I guess you could say at this point though, that Sid has a good moral compass at the very least. Like, he's not willing to kill anyone to achieve his dream. Or in this case, like, kill Shira. Which you can kind of say is like, that kind of makes him a good person. And how did this thing not completely fall over? Look at that! You can pretty much see, like, in that picture right there, that this thing's tilted. And then, bam, it's like everything still stays, but like it doesn't completely fall over. The things are not even like fully stopped. And then over time, they built out. He pushed the emergency engine shutdown switch, aborting the mission to save my life. After all that, space was come back, and the launch canceled. It was my fault. His dream was destroyed. So yeah, in a sense, Shiro was right. I don't care what the captain says. I'll live my life for him. Like, she's basically completely devoted to him because he saved her life and got his dream crushed because it still haven't started the day. Yeah, one feet. Hurry up, alright, my house. Yeah, this Sid's like the angriest person ever in this game. Hey, where's Rufus? Oh, crud. How you been? I got crap. Hey, Fat Man Palmer. He isn't fat. I'm just big bone. He's like, oh, crap. You're here. Then Rufus is here. Let's bring on a startup. I don't know. President's I. Why don't you ask him? Give for nothing. Hey, don't say fat. I'm just big boned. Hey, tea. Can I have some sugar with lots of honey? Ugh, that's disgusting. I have drank tea before, and what he's describing right now just makes me sick. And I'm big too. But I don't like a bunch of sugar and honey in my tea. I can go with a little bit of it. Even like iced it with a little bit of lemon, but nah. I don't want to talk to... Yeah, we met before. Do you really... Ugh, it just makes me sick to my stomach. I don't like a bunch of stuff being added to my drinks. Even if it's soda or whatever. That's because it's already made like that. Tea? No. You think I'll be outside for nothing? And what'd you come here for? That makes no sense. Why would you borrow the tiny Bronco? You have all. Why wouldn't you take he took a boat, then a helicopter, all the way back to the thing. And what did you? What did you take a bike out here? Were you escorted by a personal guard? Would you take it out here? Why would you want to borrow the tiny Bronco? We're going out to see who's going off in the wrong direction. Where's that? Across the ocean. That's why we want your plane. Airship, then the rocket, and now the tiny Bronco. Sure, took out of space for me. You want to take away the sky away from me too? Oh my, you seem to forget it was because Shinra able to fly in the first place. What? Excuse me. And Shira basically gets our attention real quick. You want to use the tiny Bronco, right? Oh. So, he came in distracted, so basically they were going to steal it, the pricks. Why do I have this? I'm the head of the space program. Fat Man Palmer, get off that plane. I want it. We'll be taking it. Sure, but when the president's killed. Security? What security? Yeah, here we go. Boss battle against Palmer, of all people. But he does have a gun. So, let's cast Odin. But the gun basically just, cast, I believe, just default magic. Because Palmer obviously doesn't do anything for himself. But let's get up Odin. I do like some of his other designs where he has a helmet. But yeah, whenever he casts the Lance move, it's basically just to show that it's not instant kill. But boo boy, 2,000 damage. And he shows us off his butt through us. Is there anything to steal from him? Nothing to steal. Okay, you are of no use to me. Let's poison you. That didn't work. Mako gun. Let's see what the quadruple question mark does. Because I believe it said it's supposed to do a combination of your health and MP in terms of damage. So let's see how much it does. And it missed. I think it's because it's supposed to have a low hit rate that it doesn't attack often. But let's just attack. Let's punch the fat man and cut him. Which I'm surprised he's able to tank fairly well. So let's just cast more magic on him. We'll freeze him, and then we'll burn him. And then we'll electrocute him. If he somehow survives all of that, I give the man props. Nope. And the tiny Bronco goes off for some reason. And he's able to avoid getting his head cut off. But Fat Man Palmer lives to fight another day. No, he doesn't. He somehow gets hit by a freaking truck. But he's still somehow okay. Team 4-Star didn't allow that though. Getting off the way he was shown, I don't blame them. But without that, we got the Eden coat. Which probably explains how Palmer was able to survive being shocked, burned, electrocuted, and attacked. I can't make it stop. Get in! Bam, here we go for the for this cutscene. And I actually do kind of like this if it wasn't for kind of like Cloud being out of place models being super tiny. And they are taking to all above the sky. And we hit something. That's why we're losing altitude. And Sid runs to assert his dominance. Look how fast this man is running. Look how fast he's running. Not only outrunning gunfire, but able to catch up to a plane. And with that, we are shot down. The tail's been hit. I can't hear the music right now, unfortunately. With my earphones being the way they are. I think they're like completely broken at this point. Dang, like I definitely remember them censoring more of Sid's cussing. Or at least fouler language. And we're stuck in Z now. Because the tiny Bronco ain't flying anymore. Can we use it as a boat? And it's just like, screw it, do whatever you want. What's Sid gonna do? I don't know. History. I'm history with the Shinra. And I've given up on that. I'm history with the Shinra. Thinkers are like, I've have history with Shinra and I've given up on that town. What about your wife, Shira? Don't make an nice thing about marrying her. Yeah, so it's a relationship, but it's definitely not like married. Maybe it is in the Japanese version, I'm not sure, but it's like this version right here, or any of the English one, they might be just like a physical relationship, or they just might live together. Or maybe it's like a Shira's just an indentured servant, one of the two. After man, Shira, we'll get this shit from. We'll get revenge on Shira. He doesn't know, but what the heck? Sign me up. How's everyone? Of course, no problem. Got to be bored, numbskulls. Yeah, anyway, gets like he insults them. He's like, "Hey, Sephiroth's going to the Temple of Ancient. Where is that? That Temple of the Ancient? Oh, there's a kid telling me the wrong direction. Maybe it's off this way." Something about the name bothers him. But yeah, now you have the tiny Bronco. It can cross shallow waters and rivers. So essentially, the tiny Bronco's like our submarine for the game. But with that, we're actually off the coast of a funny little land Now, if we had Yuffie in the party, she would tell us what this land is. But we get off it, we'll actually see if we press the triangle button. We're in the Wutai area. So with that, everyone, my name is Omega Zero. We're going to cut off here. We explored all of Rocket Town, had a bunch of dialogue, and fought Fat Man Palmer. And that's what we're going to cut off here within the Wutai area. But with that, again, my name is Omega Zero, and I'll catch you guys later.